Hey there, happy Friday, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. While we're waiting on folks to join, reminding you to go to coopedup.com. That's my website. You can sign up to get more stuff from me there. If you're on other social platforms, I'm Cooped Up is my typical handle in most places. Wherever you are watching or listening to this, be sure to find that notification bell and click it so that you get notified anytime I go live or post new content or whatever. Last but not least, you're always welcome to text me at 214-949-8599. I need a little bouncy ball on that one. Maybe a little jingle to go with it. Yeah, and that's my community text number. So that goes to a service that I use to kind of help manage those things. And I send out hot tips on stuff all the time. Not all the time, but some of the time about stuff I think that y'all might want to know about. So get on the list. Hey, Mama, good to see you. We'll be talking about you in a few moments. So, everyone, how's everyone's week finishing up? So this week felt excruciatingly long, like a long, long week, but not bad. It just felt like it just kept going and going and going and didn't stop. I don't know how y'all feel about that. That's how it was for me. Long week. Lots of good stuff happening, but I will tell you, one of the things that kind of consumed a lot of my week this week was this Walmart saga. So I was telling you all about that. So I'm a Walmart super fan in terms of the grocery pickup and delivery. Sometimes I'll pick it up and sometimes I'll deliver it. It just depends on what mood I'm in. But either way, I think that they do I thought they did a very good job with that, and I've been using it throughout most of the pandemic and all of that. And so I think that they've done a good job. I actually like it a lot better than Amazon Fresh and their service. Well, this week might have changed my mind about that. So rewind to Monday. So Sunday night I ordered groceries to be delivered on Monday. It was supposed to be delivered between I think it was between 10 and 11. And it was after 2 o'clock before they got here. So many, many hours later, I got my groceries. And I thought, okay, that's weird. It's never happened before. So, but strange things happen. And I'm always willing to offer grace to companies like that because I don't know who maybe called in sick, something like that, right? Things happen. I own a business. I understand how things can happen. So then on, I guess it was yesterday. Yeah. So Wednesday, I ordered groceries to pick up yesterday morning on Thursday. And the app is fantastic. Normally, it tells you to check your substitutions. You check in when you're on your way. It tracks you. It knows when you're there. And they just come right out like boom, 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 slam, bam, thank you, ma'am, right? So I never got any of the updates. We're preparing your order. And I was supposed to pick them up between 9 and 10. And I called. And they were like, no, we're still working on it. And then I called at noon and they're like, oh, no, it's been ready all morning. So totally different answers. Took me forever to get a hold of anybody. And go to pick it up. The most random stuff is missing from it. Very suspiciously random stuff. So I immediately parked my car, went into that exact same store, found almost everything that they claimed was missing and out of stock, bought it. I was like, okay, whatever. And then they couldn't even work their own scan and go app in the store. So then last night I can't remember what does the wait till 6. Yeah, I'm single this weekend, like totally empty nest this weekend. So cheers. I'll get to that in a minute too. Cheers. So I'm not delayed drinking tonight. I don't even know if that diet tip is actually working. I feel like I'm drinking the same amount. I'm just doing it in a more compressed time frame, honestly. But so last night we needed a couple of things, and I decided to they do this 2-hour express delivery. And I'm like, how could they fuck that up? Certainly that's like at the top of the list, like the speediest, most certain one, right? Wrong. So I selected between 5 and 7 that they would make the delivery. 8 o'clock rolls around, they hadn't come, and they cancel the order. Just straight up cancel it at 8 o'clock. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, come on. And so then this is where the definition of insanity comes into play. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result each time. Yeah, guilty. I last night ordered a bunch of stuff to be delivered today. This is all at the same store. Yes, Mom. This is all at the same store. And I'll get to that in a minute too. So meanwhile, I'm talking to customer service and they're giving every possible answer about it. And the so I ordered last night for delivery today, and I didn't have high hopes for it. So this is where I was a little smarter. So I actually went to Tom Thumb this morning after I dropped the kids off from school because there was a lot of stuff. Todd's away camping this weekend, and I'll get to that in a minute. But it's a lot of stuff he needed for that. So I went to Tom Thumb this morning, bought all of the things that were necessary for this weekend. There were things in this order that were not for this weekend. I didn't buy those. I just bought the necessary things. Some chocolate for s'mores, some barbecue sauce for the ribs he's making, and I don't remember what else. Ice. That was it. Ice, baby. But anyway, so 2:00 rolls around. My delivery was supposed to be between 1 and 2. 2:00 rolls around. They're not here. 2:30 rolls around. They're not here. So I get on to the customer service chat again, and the guy finally, Muhammad, was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think you're going to get it." And he said that he was like, "I think they're going to cancel it." He was like, "They're just, I don't know what's going on. They've tried to get 2 different people to pick it up. No one is showing up to pick up these groceries." And Walmart now has a policy that if they won't allow late deliveries of groceries because they don't want people getting bad food or something that's sat out. I call bullshit on that because that contradicts my experience from earlier in the week, plus some other things I'd heard. But I was like, what the hell? What the hell? They did offer me a $25 credit on my next purchase. I thought that was pretty generous, all things considered. But no. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So I posted about it in my North Oak Cliff neighbors Facebook group, asking if other people had similar things happen, and they all said yes. So like Walmart's a shit show lately, and it's not limited to the store where I'm shopping, right? And the guy today also he said, yeah, we're getting more orders than we expected. Due to the pandemic, orders are up, and I'm like, dude, the pandemic's been going on like a year. And then here in Texas, you wouldn't even realize we still had one, except for the masks in your store. So too much, too fast. Anyway, it was crazy. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm done with Walmart. I need to put Walmart in the caption on this. When I go back in, I'll change it at Walmart. I'm going to write that so that maybe they see it. Sometimes that helps. Maybe my 10s and 20s of fans will be influential to them. I don't know. So anyway, that pandemic excuse, I was like, no. But I did like that he was very upfront. I did thank him for being very transparent instead of being like, it'll be there any minute, only to get a cancellation. And I had him cancel the order, actually. So this weekend, Todd is away with the kids. There's this thing called Y Guides. It used to be through the YMCA. Now it's just this organization, but they still call it Y Guides. And it's the very last one of my children's entire childhood that they're able to go to. You age out at age 11, technically. Claire's 12, but they let her come back because they all got canceled at the end of last year. And so they're kind of doing a reunion one that's letting them all kind of get it out of their system. So the crazy thing is, so Todd was like, okay, so I'm going to take the RV. So we went and got Gracie this morning and pulled her up. Thing is so big. I was going to do a live tour, but it's been raining so much today that I couldn't find a moment to do it. The lighting is bad. Don't want to put the slides out in the street, especially if it's bad weather. So I didn't do it yet. So I'll figure out something on that. But so he's going. It's supposed to rain the whole weekend that he's there too. But at least he's got the RV and it's not in just a cabin with no TV. He brought the Wi-Fi hotspot. It's got the TV. We can stream in it. It's got a smart television in it, all that kind of stuff. A Roku. So, but the house, I mean, they only left at like 3:30, and the house is so quiet now. But I am going to get a bunch of shit done this weekend. So first of all, as soon as I hang up with y'all, I'm going to walk the dogs, and then I'm going to come back inside, and I'm going to put on my pajamas, pour another glass of this, watch some Wheel of Fortune, probably watch QVC. That is my guilty pleasure. I don't know if I've told you about that. Sometimes I get drunk, watch QVC, and order one of everything. One time I did that and they were out of town. I also get sassy on Facebook, like sassier. So we'll see what happens with that. But the one time on QVC, I ordered self tanner, and then the next thing was a pole saw, so a little mini chainsaw and a pole. Ordered one of those, and then the next thing was, what was the next thing? I got a whole, I mean, just randomness. But I ordered one of everything for like an hour. It was crazy. Fortunately, it was not the women's clothing moment. It was like housewares and stuff. So, um, and then what is this? Harry Matthew. Okay, I'm gonna block this person. I think that that is spam. Are y'all getting that? Um, did y'all see that in the comments? Eric Johnson, what kind of reading do you want? Do you have any specific questions? Sending positive energy to you. Eric, I think that they're wanting to send you some positive energy. You can use it this week, I admit, but I don't think that that's what they were meaning. I'm getting spam, y'all. That's awesome. Um, Monica's going to be on the backside texting me to calm down. Pot stirring is my cardio. That's what and I'm going to have that put on a t-shirt also, or on a needlepoint pen. So, and then tomorrow I plan to kind of organize my closet. It's gotten a little hairy, and so I need to move my sweaters into storage and kind of rearrange stuff with that. This room I need to clean up. Plan to do that. Clean up my office. Tomorrow is election day. Yay! Election day here in most municipal. I think. Well, is it most municipalities in Texas or tomorrow? I know Dallas or North Texas is for sure. But by the way, if you are in District 1 in Dallas for City Council, I am supporting Chad West. So make sure you go out tomorrow and vote for Chad West if you have not already. If you're voting for the other guy, your turn is on Sunday to vote. So don't get it mixed up. Tomorrow if you're voting for Chad West, Sunday if you're voting for the other guy. Okay? Yeah. And then I have an event. I have an event tomorrow evening that I'm going to go to support Chad. So we will be there. I got to look up the hours and stuff. So go Chad West. Go Chad West. Exactly. I guess the word is out that I've had a super shitty week. Well, you told us here about Gus. I hope nothing else shitty has happened to you, but your little sweet little puppy passing away. Did anyone else get a love letter from the White House today in the mail? I did not. I don't know what that is. So, you have to tell me more about that. Michelle is saying she is a Walmart vendor. Do not get her started. I've heard this about Walmart, and they can like you have to send them a ton of shit, and it's on consignment, so you're out the money, and then they only send it back to you or they send you the stuff back. They don't sell it. They don't technically buy it from you. That's what I've heard about them. They want to change your packaging sometimes. Like it's one of those like gorillas where like if they'll sell your shit. I actually have a friend who had a relationship with Walmart, made a gazillion dollars at it, but then it just dried up like that one night, and he is not doing so well these days financially. I don't remember Chardonnay in college. Oh yeah, frat boy drinking. No, we did not have Chardonnay in college. So there's a check in the mail. Checks in the mail. No, well, I don't think I qualify. I don't think that. I don't know very many people who qualify for the checks, honestly. So I don't know. And Eric's clean white teas or fresh clean teas have arrived. Can't wait for you to check those out. The American Rescue Plan check. Don't you have to make like less than a certain amount to get it though? And is it per person or is it per couple? I know our tax return, it says, you want to deduct anything? How much you make? Nope, can't do it. Granted, I get a lot of deductions through my business, so I'm not going to complain about that. Mother's Day is a week from Sunday, y'all. A week from Sunday. And my mom is watching, and she opened her present last night, is madly in love with it. And I'm going to tell you what I got her. That's one of the reasons why I wanted her to open it so soon. So, because it is a hot tip. It's a fabulous gift. I love it. So, I've talked about this picture frame that I love so much. It's called Aura, A-U-R-A. Their website is auraframes.com. And actually, I have it up right now. I'm going to just and I don't get any money for this, by the way. I'm just doing this out of the kindness of my heart. So this is the best digital frame. And you're like, Cooper, why are you having wet dreams about this digital frame? So this one is so different than the rest of them. It's a little pricey. It's a little pricey, like $200, but the resolution is so good. The app to put photos on it is so easy. You can share it with friends, like on my mom's. Todd's a member, Monica, my sister, is a member, and I'm a member. So we can all put photos on her frame that'll just show up. And one day she's like, I haven't seen that one before. So and my mom can obviously put them on hers as well. I need to send it to Houston too, so he can do it. So the resolution is great. The one I got her, it looks like a regular frame with like a matting around it. So it doesn't just look like a little screen. It looks like an actual. I got one for Todd for either Christmas or our anniversary. It was Oprah's favorite thing a million years ago, and that's how I actually have one. That's one right there. It's a much older one, but it is the best, and she is over the moon about it. So I assume that if you order one now, I ordered that one last Friday and it came yesterday. So I assume if you order one now that it'll be here by Mother's Day. And you can also set it up. This is the coolest thing. You can set it up as a gift. So if you ship it directly to them, when they open it, it already has all the photos on it. It has a little message that pops up and you choose what the first photo is going to be on it. And then it's like a quick start guide for how to connect it to your internet and all that stuff. It is so smart. And then they have them at Amazon too, I think, and other places. And there you can set it up as a gift, but you have to actually have it in your possession and open the box. There's a code that you have to get on the inside if you don't buy it directly from Aura Frames. So, and did I put your name on it too, Monica? I did not. I put your photos on it, your pictures on it. There's a whole bunch of you actually from the our recent Louisiana trip. But it's a fun frame. So, and Mom says, I love it. I love it. So if that is my hot tip for Mother's Day, best gift. Yes, I am rude, Monica. Also happening on Mother's Day, so a week from Sunday, is the day that I take the kids to Las Vegas. We talked about that a little bit yesterday about we should do a helicopter trip, zip lining on Fremont Street, all that. So I think we're going to blow it out, girls. But there was one thing that someone asked me about, and I was like, I don't do that. So they were like, "Oh, are you going to go out and buy a bunch of new clothes for your trip? Do y'all do that?" I don't. I'm not one to go and buy a bunch of stuff in preparation. Like I guess some people do that, where they go out and they buy a bunch of like a whole new wardrobe, so that they have them to wear on their vacation. I'm like, no, I don't do that. First of all, I don't like summer clothes that much, and that's usually when vacations are. But secondly, I like to shop on the trip, and I'll then buy a bunch of stuff on the trip and already start wearing it on the trip. But also, I don't care what a bunch of people I don't know and are probably never going to see me again think about what I'm wearing. Like I mean, I get my hair cut on Wednesday because I do. Well, I mean, I was already due for it. I was actually due for it the week that we're gone. I'm getting it done next Wednesday, just to get that in advance, and also for photos and stuff. I want my hair to look good. But I guess is that why people do? Is that why people do the clothes? I don't know, for photos. Or they just do it because it's a reason to shop. But I'm not one of those people. Are y'all those people? We already talked about it. I am also a full unpacker on vacation. If I'm staying somewhere more than one night, the suitcase gets completely unpacked. Can you hear me whistling? I have like a whistle. My allergies are so strong right now. But I'm a full unpacker when it comes to if it's more than 2 nights. Suitcase put away because I don't want everything in the way. I buy, not vacay related, but I buy 1 pair of shoes each year before trade show season. Now, I get that. I actually do that sometimes. When I have a bunch of trade shows, like for the building material stuff, I will buy new shoes or new shoes. Maybe I'll buy them in like December, knowing that the trade show's at the end of January, so I have a chance to kind of break them in, or maybe inserts and such. But yeah, I do that. It's interesting to see that all the trade shows are coming back. I mean, we're getting a lot of. There's one in July that Leslie Godden, who was watching the other day, is going to be at. I saw that New York. I saw today New York announced that they're going to be full open July 1st. Theaters, movie theaters, Broadway theaters, restaurants, everything, July 1st. They're going to all be allowed to be at 100% capacity. It'll be interesting to see with masks and stuff because I feel like they have been the ones that are super cautious. My mom says I use what I already have. I do that too. One time I got a little tipsy in Vegas and bought a bunch of clothes at a store inside Caesar's Palace. I imagine a lot of their clientele had a cocktail or three before. Now, I am very guilty of that. I have done that. My favorite cologne, which now is my standard, Joe Malone, the lime basil mandarin. Joe Malone is a very expensive cologne. It's unisex or not gender specific. I don't know what the right phrase is for that. I bought it at a shop in the Wynn, and it's fantastic. I love it now. And so, and a little goes a long way. You notice there's a lot of Rolex stores in Las Vegas, and that's for a reason too. People maybe won some, and now they're going out and spending it. Broadway opens in September. What I read today is I think that they can open. I think that the rule was that all theaters are allowed to open July 1st. So maybe I'm getting that mixed up. Maybe Broadway has decided to wait until September. But maybe all the off-Broadway, like the off-Broadway, just random. Is off-Broadway just basically anything in New York that's not on Broadway? Like, I've never really understood that. So, what else? It's a good, like I say, it's a good thing you didn't put me on it. Mike, I did not invite you because I'm worried about the photos that you won't be posting on Mom's frame. That is weird. Have you ever thought about that? Like, what if Mom has this frame and Todd and I get in this big fight, and he's not petty like this. I might be. But like, what if like he had a photo of me and in a compromising position or something like that, some very unflattering or doing something I don't want to do or whatever, or don't want everyone to see. And then he's like, fuck this, I'm gonna put it on your mom's picture frame. Like, I think Mom would laugh about it. I think my mother would laugh about it. She'd be like, oh yeah, bring it. And then you would get back at him somehow or help me get back at him. Because I think that we're kind of on that same wavelength with each other. But like if I did the same like with Todd's parents or Todd's sister or something like that, ooh, can you think of the controversy that would cause? A whole new way of doing that. So, and did you hear the cruises are starting back? Nuh-uh, not getting me on a cruise. Not getting me on a cruise. You think that's what I might be that petty? Yes, exactly. But what a way to get revenge on somebody using a digital photo frame. So, Monica said, though, did you hear cruises are starting back? You know what? I didn't really like cruises before all of this. I am certainly not going to get on a cruise after this anytime soon. Only way I would do a cruise if it was like a river cruise, because those are small and there's not a whole bunch of public spaces and there's not like all of the weird things. They don't go very far. Or it would have to be a super high end, like a celebrity crystal, like one of these, maybe even these brands that you haven't even heard of. Like if Ritz-Carlton has, or Four Seasons has a cruise line, like I don't even think they do, but if they did, it would have to be something like that. It just cannot, yeah. But Mike saying your cruise line stocks are fixing to take off. I know, good for you. You bought those at like the bottom, didn't you? I think you did. I remember something about when the pandemic hit, you're like, buy the cruise line stocks. And then the Saudis did too. You and the Saudis, I got the hookup, man. I've been on, well, Monica, I have actually been on 3 cruises. It's not that I've never been on one. Todd, when we were young and poor, and didn't have, and Todd worked at American Airlines, you could travel. They had this thing called ID-90, where if you had, I don't know, it's enter something, I don't know what the D stands for. 90 means % off. So you could buy hotels, vacation packages, cruise ships, flights on other airlines for 90% off. And so we did a bunch of stuff like that. And then I think they also give them away a lot, like as employee incentives. I think Todd won an employee incentive where we did a cruise from Puerto Rico, and that was the better one. Here's the other thing about cruises. Don't ever go from someplace that people can drive to. If most of the people on the ship have the ability to drive to that cruise ship, I do not want to be on it. No Galveston for me, no Fort Lauderdale, no Miami. I've done one out of Fort Lauderdale. I can't even imagine Galveston. But Puerto Rico was the more acceptable one because you already had to have like the barrier of entry to get there was to buy a $300 plane ticket to get there and back. Jody's going on a river cruise and from Paris to Normandy and back. That sounds amazing. When I lived in Germany, we went on the Rhine a lot and like day trips and day cruises, but there were a lot of those along there too. So anyway, and then lastly, the last topic I have on my list, let me know if y'all want me to talk about anything in particular. My phone is vibrating. It is someone sending me hot tips about goats. I am shocked, I tell you, at how many of my friends have goat hookups. Like I am getting like, hey, they have all the goats rented out, or they have all the goats, but they will rent them out, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, it's all of these things. And then I literally have had like 10 people since I announced that we're going to get some goats to clear our I don't know why I would say goats, to clear our hillside. Like a lot of people know goat people. Greatest of all time. That's goat for me. Alrighty. I am running. Oh, look at this. I still have half a glass of wine left. What? And actually, for most people, that's a full glass of wine. I usually have my OGP, my Olive Garden pour. That's how they pour it in fancy places like the Olive Garden. Alrighty. Well, that is, unless y'all have some, off Broadway means between 100 and 499 people in the seating capacity. I did not realize that. That is very official. Alrighty, well, with that, I am going to say bye. I love you. It is important to know you are loved. I will keep you posted on all my QVC purchases over the weekend. I also need to go to Joann because I forgot about this. I'm going to make my office has a patio that currently has outdoor curtains, but in the last year, the squirrels have kind of ruined them and they've just gotten dirty and stuff. So I'm going to throw them away and I'm going to make, because I'm a sewer, I'm going to make some outdoor curtains for my front porch at my office. So that's also on the list. Anyway, okay. Well, I will see you on Monday for another episode of Cooped Up Live, should I say. Talk to you later. Have a great weekend.